Hello everyone, welcome back to ECRC. We are going to finally be building the Sand Viper. What I'll probably do is I'm not going to go through step by step what I'm doing. You know, maybe fast forward certain parts or maybe stop during certain parts to explain something. Or I'm sure that people that are watching this have already built Tamiyas. You know, they're pretty basic kits. So maybe you'll pick up on some things if you haven't before, but the instructions are always fantastic. That being said, I got my Tamiya tools, I got my bearings, and I'm gonna get to building. I'm not going to be using this or this. And as you can see, these are the regular non-sealed bearings. These are good bearings, but they're not quite as good as these. So I'm going to stick with these guys. If anybody's wondering what this orange mat is, so this is basically like yoga mat material. The reason why I use this is because nothing seems to roll away on me. I don't mind. I know a lot of people use plastic bins and Tupperware and you know, things you'd find in your kitchen. I just prefer to have them out. This is a clean surface. It's got a little bit of grease on it from previous builds and other projects, but I like having everything around me, you know, so I don't have to search through bins. That's just my preference. Everybody does things a little bit differently, but that's how I do it. Be careful not to over tighten. If you're anything like me, you do not like this part of the build. These are making the turnbuckles and the steering arms. You know, with my large hands, I feel like this is never really fun for me. just a little tip for you guys. When you are putting in multiple screws for attaching one of the larger pieces, just put them in loose and don't tighten them all the way. What you want to do is just tighten them a little bit and move on to the next one, and just give it even pressure, because you don't want to damage any of the parts or distort them or warp them. Like even pressure all the way around until they're all secure. And I know I've said it already, but definitely don't over tighten. Just tighten enough until you feel it stop, and then you're done. That's the front assembly. And what you're going to see now is not a part that comes with the kit, but I am going to put a brace across the front here, because this is a weak point on the car. And if you're bashing it pretty hard, these do crack. I would recommend getting a second one of these parts, just in case. Some people have filled the back of these up with epoxy or to strengthen them, or I know Mark Bryan has done a little brace that he puts back here, a little metal brace, and that definitely helps out. I'm not going to do that because I like the way it looks without the brace. So I'm just going to put a little turnbuckle across to give it a little more strength for moving side to side. And there you have it. Hopefully that will give it a little more strength in the front end. Okay, now it looks like we're on to the dip. Feels great, nice and smooth. A little bit of resistance from the grease, but not a lot. Feels very good. Lightweight gear shaft also, not the solid one. Definitely better. I just like to continuously check and make sure there's no binding. Feels really good. So there are two locations for the motor. So you can either use a 17 tooth pinion or a 19 tooth pinion, and they are labeled on the gear casing. This is a 19th tooth pinion, so we're going to be using this guy here. So we want to line it up with the 19 tooth holes. Sometimes I'll put some grease around the outside lip to prevent dust and dirt from getting into the gear case, but in this case I'm not going to do it. I'll probably be taking this apart and cleaning it every so often, so I don't think it's necessary. I've always liked the design of the DT-02 and DT-03 arms. They seem to have some flexibility, just enough flexibility to be able to absorb some hits and some jumps. I think Tamiya over the years has definitely improved things and changed the way either their compounds on their plastics and rubbers, and I think this is definitely an improvement from the old classic buggies. And I think we're going to wrap up this video now that we're finishing up the rear gearbox and suspension. And guys, if you like my videos, please subscribe and hit like and leave comments. Let me know what you want to see. In the future, I'll probably be, doing some other repairs and reviews, and hopefully just keep adding some content that everybody likes. Well, until the next video, I'll see you guys.